What is up, MFers? Happy Monday to you. I hope you're having a lovely, not too terrible day. Anyways, I got an exciting video today because I am reviewing the Baitcasting Stealth Reel. Now, if you've watched my videos over the last couple months, you've noticed I've been using the hell out of this reel, and to be honest, it has completely blown away my expectations and been a kick-ass reel. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you all the different tech specs of this reel, what I like about it, what I don't like about it, if I think you should go pick some up. Oh, also, look at that. Finally got some MFer apparel. You can be a certified MFer with this shirt. So what I'm going to do is leave a link down below so you can go pick up one of these shirts. I'd really appreciate it if you click the link. Go check it out, pick one up if you can. That way you can be a real true certified MF, or anything that you purchase does help out the channel, helps me keep putting out these videos for you guys. And I really appreciate all the help I can get on this. I'm busting my ass to bring you these videos more and more all the time. So the way it works is this shirt will actually be up for like 4 or 5 days. I haven't decided on a set time exactly yet. After that, you might not be able to get it for a couple weeks. So I have a couple other designs that'll be out after that. Check out this one though. Go pick one up. Anyway, let's go inside, get to this review. It's 100 degrees outside, so let's get in the AC. All right, there it is, Baitcasting Stealth. So obviously this is going to be a different type of review. I'm not taking this out of the box. You know, I did catch some heat from a lot of people that when I reviewed the Assassin and Speed Demon, which I have still been using and have still been performing flawlessly. They're just like they were when I got them out of the box. They've been good, solid, little cheap reels for me. But anyways, people were saying, you know, it's all about if these things are going to last or not. It's all about the gears are going to last. And that's completely true. That's how I was too. I was super skeptical about these Baitcasting reels. Still am skeptical. I have several of them now, but it's all going to be about if these things last in the long run. If they're going to last 6 months, or they're going to last a year, couple years, are going to get your money's worth with them, which I completely understand. So I wanted to use this reel for 1, 2, 3 months or so. I think I've had it for about 3 months now. You guys watch how much I fish. I fish several times, 4 or 5 times a week sometimes, and I put my reels through a lot of abuse. I very rarely, I don't know if you noticed, I very rarely even put them in my rod locker unless it's raining or storming or I'm at a hotel or something and I need to put them away. I usually leave my stuff right out there on the front deck for all my travels. So my stuff does get beat up. I fish in all different types of conditions, and that's what I wanted to put this guy through. So let's dive into some of the tech specs on this, and then I'll talk about what I like and don't like. Out of the box, this thing is a hair, I think it's 5.9 ounces, so it's a little bit under 6 ounces, which is very light. It's almost as light as the Assassin, which is crazy. And the way they do that is they use carbon. They make this reel out of a very high percentage of carbon. It's a higher percentage than most other reel manufacturers will even use in carbon. Carbon's a very expensive material to use for reels, so a lot of companies kind of shy away with that, especially in these molded reels like all reels are. So it's made of carbon, which makes it very light, yet very strong. And it is really strong. You know, I've beaten the hell out of this. It's been holding up extremely well. So out of the package, 5.9 ounces. It's a 7.0 to 1 gear ratio. Has the same handle type. It's a carbon fiber handle, just like the Assassin did, which is a nice big handle. It's not oversized, quite as big as a Speed Demon, but it's a nice size. Got the EVA padded foam handles. Comes with 11 bearings, so that's a lot of bearings, and that's not the most important thing, but for me that's been extremely smooth, and they've held up well so far. They say they're deep race, high performance bearings, which anybody can say anything about bearings. So we will see over time how those hold up. So far they've been pretty flawless for me. So as far as a drag, we got a Star Washer drag, 16.5 pounds out of the box. They say it's tested as high as 18 pounds, so that's a really stout drag. Haven't had it slip at any point yet. I usually winch them all the way down on my 17 and 20 pound fluorocarbon applications. So haven't had that slip at all. It's been good so far. The braking system, it's a dual braking system, so you got your centrifugal and your magnetic braking system. So you got a dial on the side right there. You can go all the way to 10. And once again, just like on the Assassin and the Speed Demon, it's got this nice little lever, so it's super easy to take that off, get in there, and then you got your magnets in there, and of course you got your pins. I usually, I'll do 2 pins pulled back and 2 towards the middle. Now while I got the side plate off, let's slip out the spool. So the spool is another thing that's interesting. It is a anodized aluminum spool. So this is an extremely light spool, And so that's another way they can reduce weight. And I do really like on these reels how easy it is to get in and out. That is very nice, saves time on the water to be able to get into your spool, into your side plate and everything so easy with that little lever. So I do like that a lot, and it's going to be especially handy when I'm cleaning these up in the winter and the off season this year. So yeah, obviously very, very smooth. I haven't had any problems with that. Some of the different things about this reel than the Assassin is the profile. So the profile of the Stealth, it sits up a little bit higher, which is crazy. It's a sub 6 ounce reel, yet it's as big or bigger, a little bit bigger than most of your average size bait casters on the market. There are some 5 ounce, high 5, 6 ounce reels on the market, but most of them are tiny. Like the Shimano Core, that's a really, really small reel. And a lot of guys don't like that. A lot of guys with bigger hands just don't palm it very well. And comfort is so important with using a bait caster, especially if this is an entry level and one of the first ones they're using. If it's not comfortable in your hand, you're really going to struggle more than you would anyway getting to learn this. So that's very, very important to me. It's really mind-blowing. A reel that's this size, a nice average normal size reel that weighs under 6 ounces. One thing that's actually kind of cool about this Stealth reel is it has a little line keeper on the front grill of that. So just like a spinning reel spool, you can take your line and you can hook it right there on that little line keeper, and it's nothing that's been affecting anything during the retrieve or haven't got anything caught on there, but you can hook your line on there just like that, so you don't got to reel all the way down the spool every time you break a bait off or you're putting it in the locker or something. It helps you keep your line from being all over the damn place like it can sometimes in your boat or wherever you store your rods. So that's really cool. And once again, I'm blown away by the price of this. This is $57 retail. So this is a $57 reel that Casking is putting out on the market. And I think this morning they actually have a flash sale. They do flash sales once in a while. They'll even put it out cheaper than that. I'm just flat out extremely impressed by what they've done here for $57. I haven't used every reel in that sub $100 or $100 price point on the market. Anyone that tells you they have is lying to you. But the ones that I have used, the Revo S, the Abu Aura SX, the Shimano Sitica, loose speed spool, and the problems these cheaper reels have, there's almost always 3 problems with them. They get really, really noisy, really, really fast because the spool is loose. This one has been rock solid. Spool hasn't moved at all in the 3 months I've been using it. So that's been great, obviously. The second thing is the gears start to get worn down extremely quick, a lot quicker than your higher dollar reels. So you catch some big fish on them and they start to grind. Well, I mean, you hear the line going in that and it sounds like it's doing something, but I mean, there's no catching with the gears on this reel. They're still money. And the third thing is casting performance. The reels that don't have a dual braking system or just a cheaper magnetic braking system flat out don't cast as well. The spool can't speed up fast enough. There's a lot of catching with it. You have a lot more backlashes, and it's a lot harder to dial in. This reel is pretty plug and play. I mean, you can, once you get this thing adjusted, you can make some really, really accurate casts. And that's why I feel it's better than any I have personally used on the market in that price range. The techniques I use this reel for, really a wide range of techniques. Anytime I have a bottom contact bait or a bait I want to feel really well, because this is a less than 6 ounce reel. And like everyone knows, it's not all about this, but the lighter your combo is, the more sensitive it is. I already use really, really sensitive rods. And so matching that up with a super light bait caster like this one, have less than a 10 ounce rod and reel combination, is absolutely the deal for flipping, dragging, and finesse techniques. And that's what I love it for. 20-pound fluorocarbon, flipping up in docks, bushes, laydowns, everything. Bomb casts way out deep, dragging a football jig. I have been using this for all my football jigs, deep Texas rigs, stuff like that. And then one more thing I really like it for is finesse techniques. Like a flick shake, throwing a shaky head on a bait caster, which I greatly prefer bait casters for that technique. Even though people do use spinning rods, I really like to use bait casters. I'm a lot more comfortable with them. With the Assassin and the Speed Demon reviews, I went out and I gave you guys the tech specs, then I went out and fished with these. I actually showed you some of the casts I can make with them and how I like to use them and stuff. But I don't feel like I need to do that with this one because I've been using it for like 2 or 3 months, and a lot of you guys have seen the fish I've caught on this and everything. But for those of you that haven't, or you want to just go back and watch some of them again, I'm going to play some clips right now of some of the fish catches I've had using the KastKing Stealth Reel. All different types of cover situations, and I've caught some donkeys on it. Everything is still, it's just like when I got it. Super, super smooth, quiet. Let's watch them.
There's one.
Okay, okay.
Oh!
Dude, that's a giant.
No?
Are you good?
I got him. Dude, that's a fatty. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Slaunch Central.
Oh,
all right, start the day with a little 5-pounder. There's one. Yeah, I got you, little sucker. Fused. Slaunch juice did the trick, though. Uh-huh.
That easy.
That easy. That's all you gotta do. I found one in the engine. There's one. Ooh. He got it before it even got to the bottom. That's a better one. Nice. That one's easily 3.5, 3 3/4. Look how fat he is. Put your rod down, Zach. My line's all.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Not too bad. You keep her in a tournament here. Yeah, it's a big one.
Oh my God.
I'll let you net the ones that are over like 6.
Look at this dude. Just putting on a clinic right here.
I'm just getting started. There's one. Getting hard. Nice little 3.5 to 4-pounder. Got him that time. There we go. But he's a decent fish for sure. There we go, 3-pounder.
25 grand.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Look at that.
Look at him go. Here you go, he's coming in. Yeah. Just because you guys don't believe that I catch slaunches.
The duck is all over. Oh, you got, gosh dang, son.
He's going sideways. Probably.
Here, Mountain?
You can't say that, only I can.
Oh, sorry. That's what if I'm your boat then? God dang, that's a big...
Get in here!
Boy! Boy!
Boom, that's a
chunk.
fatty 4-pounder probably.
Yeah, that's a chunk.
Goodbye, Bertha.
All right, so as you guys can see, this guy can flat out catch fish in a variety of different situations. Like I said, for $57, I've been blown away by its performance. Will it hold up? Who knows? I hope so. I really, really hope so. It might not, though. You know, the brass gears in this thing seem to be really, really high quality, but they could go out, and I will be the first person to tell you I'm very skeptical about these. And have been from the start. Some things I don't like about this, maybe, you know, if you do like that lower profile like the Assassin, maybe this won't palm in your hand quite as well, and so that's something to get used to for sure. A lot of guys with real small hands might not like this, even though it's about an average sized bait caster. It's shaped a little bit different than the super, super low profile reels. Something else, since that spool is so light, it takes some getting used to because it spins faster and with less energy. So if you think about that, you know, if it weighs less and you make a really, really hard cast like you're used to with another bait caster, you can have a nasty backlash from that. So you do got to kind of dial it in, get used to using this. That spool spins so fast it does take a little bit of getting used to on that, but I think that's a good problem. You know, being able to cast with less effort and tuning it up so you can really fire deep, long casts is super, super important to me. I like to keep my bait in the strike zone as long as possible. Anyways, those are the reasons I guess you might not like these, or the fact that you don't believe me. You think I'm just pushing these KastKing products because they're paying me all this money or something. They're not. You know, I had reels before, and just because I have a bunch of these now doesn't mean I'll give you guys false information. They really, really have worked great for me. I know if you've watched my videos, you haven't seen them fail because they haven't for me. Still using that first Speed Demon for all my frog fishing. You guys have seen me pull fish out of slop, put it through abuse, catch cotton, everything else reeled out of the reel, and it's still ticking. It's 100%. Maybe these won't hold up over time, but for now, they're kicking ass for me. I think you should pick up a couple and try them out for yourself. You know, and I know people will comment on this and say there's way, way better reels out there on the market than this. Yeah, there are some nicer reels on the market than this that cost $200, $300, $400. And it just makes sense for me to promote some of these products that I think help you out and don't break the bank. Not everyone has the ability to go out and buy a $400 Shimano reel. And how do you know that that reel didn't cost them the same to make as their Sitka or their Corrado for $160 or $140? You don't know that. That's the problem with those companies. Those are great performing reels, some of them. These have been great for me, and I think they'll be great for you too. And you can get 4 of them for the price of one of those. It just makes more sense for me to try to help out my fans, my MFers out there. Anyway, that's all I got for the review on the KastKing Stealth. I'll leave a link down below. You know, go check it out, see what you think. KastKing's got a lot of great different types of reels. This one, like I said, has been killer for me. It's a good all-around reel. And you will see more KastKing reviews moving forward. Also, go pick up one of these MFer shirts. Support the channel. Support what I'm trying to do. Please, please, please. I appreciate you all. We're about to go over 20,000, which was freaking mind-blowing. I can't believe we're growing so fast. Like I say, no one to thank but you for that. I got some cool videos coming out this week. I'm going to fish with Flair the next couple days, and we're doing some challenge videos, some bass fishing, some other types of fishing. Should be very entertaining, to say the least. Anyways, though, thank you so much for your time. I am out of here. Go buy a shirt. Peace!
I'm earning my seed hot like a burner. I'm determined, I'm certain I'm G, certain to be top of the earth eternally. Like personally, all y'all probably all heard of me.